Hey everyone, Derek here with a quick news update on Persona 5 Scramble, as Atlus recently finished their first official livestream on the game, where they released a bunch of new gameplay footage as well as new details on how it all plays. And thanks to Gamatsu, we actually have a rundown of everything that was shown. So let's take a look at it all. So according to them, development is 90% complete. Basically the rest of the time until release, which is February 20th, is fine-tuning from here on. There are many Persona fans in Omega Force that are working on the game who are bringing the game to quite the high quality level. Persona negotiation is actually going to be in the game and is being naturally and strategically incorporated into the action. And rather than simply being an action game where you rush about wildly, there will be a proper story with character growth and the like. Now, some character models have been borrowed from Persona 5, while others have been newly created. The game is being made to be received as one of the games in the Persona 5 series, meaning this is definitely canon. But whether confidant or story characters from that original game make an appearance is still a secret. The way the game actually works is that you can unleash various actions through a combination of the square and triangle buttons. There is also shooting in the game, but when you summon a persona, you can choose a skill with the up and down buttons, and when you're playing as Joker, you can change your personas with the left and right buttons. When you summon a persona, time will come to a halt, and since information about the enemy will be displayed, you can carefully choose the persona and skill to match the enemy. A persona's attack range differs depending on the skill, and SP is very important, so strategies like striking the enemy's weakness or swallowing up a wide scope of enemies are essential. When you shoot your gun, time will also come to a halt. There is also charge shooting, and each character will have their own gun, just like the original game. Depending on the battle, you can also choose to escape. There's also a new ability called the Phantom Move, which allows for nimble movement and attack actions using background objects such as traffic lights and street lights that are possible, and you can go from shooting to pursuing the enemy. The concept of buffs and debuffs are also in the game, and by striking an enemy's weakness, it will become a technical hit and deal greater damage. By lowering the enemy's shield gauge, which is right next to their HP gauge, you can unleash one more and general attacks. You can also summon a persona while in mid-air. And as an example of being able to use objects in the area in order to attack enemies, you can attack by exploding up a troll car, and this is a flame attribute attack. There's also the concept of showtime, which is in the game, and since Joker can switch his personas, he has a different showtime for each one. And finally, as far as general gameplay, you can not only befriend personas, but persona fusion is also in the game, so there seems to be a lot of stuff here as far as just elements from the Persona games. Now, they also detailed the story and the new characters. So as the characters travel to various cities of Japan, Atlus hopes to bring out aspects to the characters not shown in Persona 5. They wanted to depict the Phantom Thieves as teenagers having fun. There's a notion of wanting to reward the Phantom Thieves that work so hard in Persona 5. The setting also consists of more than just the 5 cities that had previously been announced. Sophia is a girl the Phantom Thieves meet in a different world. She cooperates with the Phantom Thieves in hopes of being a good neighbor to humans. Her codename is Sophie, and her weapons are a yo-yo and a blaster. She specializes in recovery skills, and she controls a being similar to a persona called Pythos. Zenkichi Hasegawa is a public safety police officer, and at this point it's currently unknown whether he will become an ally or not. But both Zenkichi and Sophia are heavily involved in the main story. And the story has been slightly elaborated on thanks to the Phantom Strikers edition of Morgana's report. And according to that, about a half a year has passed since parting from each other upon resolving the mysterious incident that bustled society. The Phantom Thieves have gathered again at Café LeBlanc. While they were planning to enjoy summer vacation together, they wind up lost in an unknown world following an unexpected event. It was a terrible world where shadows snatched away human desires, ruled by the command of someone called King. Mysterious conversion events sprung forth all over Japan. To pursue these incidents, the Phantom Thieves set out on an RV journey of societal reformation. And it has been confirmed that both Makoto and Haru are college students now, which is why this takes place over the summer vacation. Now, this stream also mentioned a few other game systems, including a baton pass system for changing characters. They can change characters in real time while striking the enemy's weaknesses. All-out attacks can be activated without stopping the flow of action, and each character has different parameters, weapons, and playstyle. Not only that, but each character has their own HP, so you can switch up characters when you are in a pinch. Character growth also affects your strategy. The enemies appear as enemy symbols on the map, and when you touch them, battle will begin. You can also encounter enemies by shooting them, and by successfully sneak encountering enemies from behind, the back, or overhead, you can start the battle at an advantage as a chance encounter. According to the developers, Sophie is a good character to use for beginners. She has a technical element that advanced players can also enjoy, where by connecting attacks with good timing, she can expand her power and range. She can charge her power with the triangle button. Her charge shot can possibly paralyze the enemy. Panther uses a whip. She fights with magic more so than power. Among her attacks is a fire attack unleashed by Carmen. By pressing the triangle button, she can enchant her whip with fire to deal fire attribute damage and attacks. She can also enchant while attacking or lower the enemy's attack power with the Torunda skill. All of Skull's special attacks can be charged. By charging, Zeo can become Mazio. And while it takes some time to charge, Skull can activate super armor to take hits without recoil. The developers have said that strategy is an important element of the battle, and it can be very difficult to win with power alone. By lowering the down gauge in mid-boss battles, a special all-out attack can be activated, and analysis shows you can check enemy weaknesses and parameter status. For example, when an enemy's defense is lowered by Rakunda, you can check this information via analysis. Boss battles can be made easier through the debuffing, and during battle a party member may suggest an attack at particular timing where they can unleash an effective attack. By following through on their suggestion, you will switch that character as soon as the attack begins. There's also an easy mode for those who only want to enjoy the story. Difficulty can be changed at any time during the game. And that's pretty much all the new details about Persona 5 Scramble. There's a lot covered within that stream, and it all sounds really good. This really does sound like just an action version of a Persona game, matching the themes, picking up from where it left off. They said they actually wanted to show the growth that all the characters went through so they don't seem like the same people they were before. They actually grew from their experience as the Phantom Thieves, and it all sounds really promising. Now, the last thing they actually announced is that if you have Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal save data on PlayStation 4 or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate save data on the Switch, you will receive the Persona 5 sound set, which includes the Persona 5 battle song Last Surprise and the Persona 5 Royal preemptive battle song Take Over, which can be used as the standard battle music for Persona 5 Scramble. So that's pretty cool. And we're even going to be getting a character trailer for Joker released tomorrow, November 5th at 6 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So yeah, lots of good stuff. Definitely check out Gamatsu for more, as they actually have links to all of the gameplay so you can watch it yourself and see it all in action. But yeah, what do you think of Persona 5 Scramble so far? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and of course be sure to subscribe to Game Explain for more on Persona and other things gaming as well. Until next time, bye.